with his probes. Amazing. Abion going to be scouting with his Overlord, very standard, to move to this side. Going to be able to scout this base. Going to be determined if he's going to actually reveal his Overlord to CaliberM. And we'll put the production tab open so you can see. And we're going to watch CaliberM's camp, see if he sees his Overlord. Here it comes, the Overlord coming in. And now the Overlord is revealed. Whether or not CaliberM sees that, and he probably sees it now, going to know exactly where his opponent is. And Abion up here with a 13 drones right now. Looks like he could be getting a early hatch or a spawning pool. Looks more likely to be a spawning pool. He's ready to build that. CaliberM running up here to either block an expansion, but no expansions on the way, and a spawning pool now going down, gas going down right afterwards, so mostly going to be seeing speed again out of Abion. CaliberM getting his gas and his gateway around the same time. His gateway is a little bit early. Looks to be about an 11 gate or 10 gate. Which is quite early, actually. You do have to cut a couple probes to do that, but it's alright. As long as you're using your chrono boost, you can chrono boost out the probes. And it looks like CaliberM putting in a little pylon down here to deal with this. And CaliberM now 2 probes over here. And apparently he lost a probe up here, though I did not notice. CaliberM sitting here with 2 probes. I'm not sure what he's going to do with this. There's the expansion, or the cybernetics core. No Zergling or Zealot on the way. There's the Zealot, and still no Zerglings on the way, so that Zealot's going to be easily going to be able to wall off this. And Abion now going to be taking his expansion. The Overlord sitting right over here, and the cybernetics core slowly building. So he knows this is definitely not a air unit, unit that can shoot air. Not worried about losing this Overlord quite yet. CaliberM throwing down another pylon over here, making sure he doesn't maintain his supply block, but he's in no danger of that yet. Continuing to build probes is great, using that chrono boost on the Stalker. Wants to get that kill on that Overlord. The Stalker is going to come out, run around here, and stop here, and then probably turn around and shoot that Overlord. Not going to be shooting that Overlord out of the base. Abion now, terrified, going to be sprinting away with his Overlord. But that Stalker is going to get out pretty easily, though. And this will end up supply blocking Abion if he doesn't kill this Overlord. There's the Stalker coming out, going to be shooting this Overlord, and this Overlord will go down. Abion has really no chance of getting it out of there, pulling away at the longest possible thing. And Abion now, like, giving the frowny face, why did my unit die? And Abion now really doing a ton of drone production, 6 drones on the way. 27 out of 20, 2 Overlords on the way. This Queen needs to spout some larvae, and still 0 units on the field. And CaliberM not going to push out, though. Doesn't even know what's going on, so he's not happy, and he's not going to be pushing out. And it looks like the CaliberM is sitting here with his pylon with Warp Gate on the way. Is he chrono boosting that? I thought he might have seen a chrono boost on that Warp Gate. Is chrono boost being used? Yes, it is. So more drones, tons of units on the way. Doing really good with his probe production this game, and this is something that really makes your gameplay a lot better. Is that probes? As long as you're building massive probes and getting the proper amount of gateways, we are seeing a good use of macro from CaliberM. Just got to worry about this expansion because Abion just making tons of units. This pylon here is going to get scouted now. Abion sees this pylon, and Warp Gate is done. 2 Zealots on the way to deal with this, and they are going to be able to get these kills. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to kill these Queens. Are focusing the Queen down with more energy, but it's going to be close. 2 Queens versus 2 Zealots, 1 Zealot versus 1 Queen. And now these Zealots are revealed. This pylon is revealed, and this Queen retreating back onto the creep. 12 Zerglings in production. Queen trying to just survive till the end, running around these spine crawlers, running around the Rosie. These spine crawlers poking, and now they are going to deal with these Zealots. This Queen coming back out saying, "Hey, get him out of my business." And that Zealot going down. Stalker now warping in, but he's going to go down to these 4 Zerglings, and now even more Zerglings coming in. And now these Zealots coming in here, and he's going to get surrounded immediately. So this is going to be a a bad move, but the pylon now going to go down, and CaliberM's going to have to either expand or do some kind of crazy tech switch, maybe Dark Templar to try to even out the score, but he's definitely going to need an expansion, and it looks like that's what he's preparing to do, getting some minerals from here and saving up. He's got 300 on the way. Zerglings on the field, moving out, and it looks like CaliberM going for the Stargate, going for that crazy tech switch to help him get back in this game. And Abion now running his Zerglings right by the Stalkers. Not a thing you want to do. Going to be checking for the expansion and not seeing anything, so going to be annoyed. CaliberM sees these Zerglings, going to pin them in the corner here, and they're going to not even break the shields of these Zealots, and they go down. No units on the production facility right now for Abion. Does have speed layer on the way and an evolution chamber. Really high on the minerals and gas. Probably 14 drones. My God. He really is going to be rolling in the dough here soon. Probably going to need to expand again. 2 more spine crawlers being made for the defense. And because CaliberM has not expanded yet, he is going to be okay. He's giving him a chance. Abion's giving him a chance to get back in this game. The Stargate going to come out, and the Evo Chamber and more Queens on the way. Was the Evo Chamber scouted, or the Stargate scouted? No, the Stargate was not scouted. But he is feeling a little bit of something, so he's getting more Queens out, and a Void Ray coming to out on the field here. Even more spine crawlers coming out here. Going to be a lot of queens here to inject larvae on this one hatchery, but this hatchery, there's 4 queens now in the field. This queen taking care of this hatchery. These 3 saying, well, we need to take care of this one altogether, because they're teaching the newly minted queen, wherever she is, probably this one, that they're teaching her exactly how to spawn larvae before she can go to her own a hatchery of her own. A ton of Overlords sitting out here. One Void Ray going to be taking out all these Overlords if he just walks this Void Ray over. These Void Rays not going to be able to get Void Ray going to be able to get a couple kills until these Queens march over. But that is a Overlord farm. That is a balloon pinata party. Overlords to be popped. Changeling going to go in, seeing the Stargate, revealing everything. And a Nidus network now on the way, and these Nidus canal is going to do a ton of damage in the back of this base, and Abion easily going to see this. The Void Ray now moving out to do some damage to the mineral line, but he really should be doing damage to just kill these Overlords. That is so many Overlords. The Changeling just sitting in the middle of the field, and a fleet beacon on the way. Might see a mothership, might see carriers, but he's on 2 base, and now there's the Nidus network. Does he see the Nidus network? What is he doing? What is CaliberM? Look at his field of vision. Oh my MG, he just saw the Nidus network, and he is freaking out. There is his vision. And CaliberM now attacking this with 3 probes, and the Zerglings streaming in. All the units pulling back here. Tons of Zerglings pulling in. This is power of 2 base and Nidus network now. All these Zerglings attacking Zealots, etc. Needs to force field here. Probably put a force field right here to deal with this. And 0 units. Wow. All those Zerglings going to die to those. Not using very much unit control. 1 Zergling at a time. Not doing very much damage. All these probes coming out to kill the Nidus network. And he's looking to be in pretty good shape after that attack. He does have a second base up. No gas as yet. 2,000 minerals in the bank for Abion. So kind of doing not a great job of macroing, but he does have 2,000 ready to build something else. These Overlords now saying, oh crap, there is a Void Ray on the field. I should probably move back. It looks like that Void Ray got sniped. Probably why the Zerglings were not controlled to the best of their ability. Probably was attacking that Void Ray. And now a carrier coming on the field. Wow, this is going to be an interesting fight here. Another Overseer being minted, and looks like a carrier going to come out on 2 base carrier. But he only doesn't have the gas here, so he's definitely not going to have the gas to support constant carrier production. Needs to get a 3rd and 4th geyser. Needs to continue using Chrono Boost. He's got full Chrono Boost on both these Nexuses. Could get these carriers out a lot faster. And now he's, looks like he's rallying. Oh, there it is, rallying past it to these other mineral fields. And a bunch of the army out here on the field. A couple Zerglings standing by this watchtower, not activating it though. They say, no, we don't want to activate the watchtower. You know, it's a Xel'Naga artifact. We don't want to really deal with Xel'Naga. That's the old stuff. We want to deal with only new technology. And so they're not going to deal with that Xel'Naga watchtower. And looks like even more zealots on the way, using that all that gas that he doesn't have, all that extra minerals he has because he's not getting full gas, getting more carriers. Looks like one carrier over here. And has this been spotted? He did see the fleet beacon, so he knows it's a possibility. He knows that the possibility of a mothership is on the way, so we are seeing a mothership. This is going to be a fun game using the mothership, and Abion doing a CaliberM saying ready for insanity, and I think Abion knows exactly what's coming though. If he saw the fleet beacon, he's got to know, well, mothership or carriers, and Abion's saying no, don't do it. Carrier, he is supply blocked, needs to get some more pylons out. Still doesn't have enough gas to build these carriers constantly. Gonna be, looks like he's gonna be taking out these rocks. Needs to get 6 harvesters on each of these. Let's check out his unit tab, see how many probes he has. 33 probes, 28 drones. Gonna be doing a decent job. Abion really letting CaliberM get back in this fight, and he's gonna be mine down in his, well, looks like he's not as many drones. Abion does have, you do need, it is one thing to make drones early, but then when you start building buildings, remember these are each one drone right here, and he needs to replenish those drones every time. One queen hanging out has enough energy to spawn larvae on both these hatcheries, and couple spine crawlers here ready to poke anything that comes up onto this creep. Needs to keep continuous creep spread. And how many carriers are on the field? Only 1 carrier, 8 interceptors, 2 sentries. No more carriers being built. That mothership is not yet on the field right here. Not yet being chrono boosted. Still full energy on this nexus. Would like to see some more chrono boost. Should hotkey all these nexuses together. He does have them hotkeyed together. Never mind. But he still needs to chrono boost them and continue building probes. There he does have 6 guys on each, 3 guys on each gas, 4 on this one. Never mind, that's not a great idea. Mutalisk on the way, going to be sniping these pylons. 1 stalker, 2 stalkers, 3 stalkers. Abion need to pull back. Might be able to snipe this carrier, but it's going to be really difficult. The carrier running away, flying through the Mutalisks. Needs to keep flying away. That is a big, high potent energy. And now those Mutalisks flying away like, oh crap, that's all a carrier. No more carriers in the way, just the mothership and a carrier. The mothership now on the field. A couple more stalkers and a zealot out here to deal with any Mutalisks and Nidus networks that come in. CaliberM needs to expand. Looks like Abion has a couple more drones here, but really now starting to gonna have to get some more queens to deal with this. He does have a ton of queens to deal with that 1 carrier and a bunch of spine crawlers. If he uses transfuses correctly, he's going to do a great job. Those stalkers running out in the front, getting it picked off. Should have done a little bit better micro. Now this mothership needs to move up a little bit to just make these zealots completely disappear. And there goes a changeling now running by, and the mothership chasing a changeling. There goes the stalkers getting that. The mothership now floating over here. On the creep now, the Zerg does see all this. Mutalisk on the field, queens in the back. Oh, stalker's getting poked now by these spine crawlers. Needs to get an overseer over here. 2 overseers up, ready to deal with this. Now the mothership giving vision to the high ground for these units, but flying Mutalisks underneath the mothership when there's stalkers under there is really not a great idea. These 2 stalkers need to back up. Needs to back these stalkers up. Nope, they don't let them die. And a bunch of zealots running in here. Mothership about to go down. Should probably just vortex all these queens. But just going to let his mothership die, it looks like. These queens just poking away at everything. Spore crawlers taking care of the ground units. This mothership at 7 health. 1 shot, there goes the mothership's down. And now these units are left here to die. And now the stalkers and sentries are fleeing for their lives. One's Mutalisk getting off a pot shop on the sentry before he got away, but not doing any damage to him. Another carrier now in production for CaliberM has a couple units here. A changeling hanging out with these stalkers. He's about to die. Looking for any more carriers or anything in here. Looks like Abion has 2 bases up, but he's not building drones here yet. There is a carrier up here now dealing with a spore crawler. But this carrier is getting all all his interceptors are going to die, and those do cost 25 minerals to build. While that doesn't seem like a lot, when you start losing all your minerals in your base and all your minerals in your expansion, which he's